So, hi guys, here we are back again. So, let's wait for you to come and then we will start speaking about portfolio. This one. Today it's portfolio day. Oops, it's upside down. Hey, hi, people are coming. Yes. So, while you are coming, I just put some order in some stuff I prepared for you so that we can discuss about portfolio correctly. So to do that, I am just separating some of those beautiful images, really nice images that I searched, okay, for you, so that I can show you some samples that will help you to understand the quality of a portfolio and what you should put in a portfolio. So let me see. Yeah, I know. You're welcome. I know that a lot of you asked for that, and so I prepared myself. Today we will talk about this. All right. I just finished this while you guys arrive because at the moment we are only seven, so we can wait just few minutes, few extra minutes. Okay. And then we will attack on this topic. So how was your week? Anybody anything to say? Did you sketch? Did you draw? Did you do something? I played music, a lot of music this time with a friend. It was really really nice. Would you like to see my musical videos? Yeah, I also watched the Formula One. I also did. I enjoyed a lot. I want to see also what the Moto Grand Prix, MotoGP, but because of weather conditions in England, Silverstone, it was not possible. So that one I couldn't see it. So let me just complete this and then we'll attack. Yeah, surprise accident at the F1. Yeah, I was very sorry because I like Alonso, and Alonso basically was so bad for him. All right, here I think we are ready. Okay. Yes, sir. Bugatti Divo has been launched, and I done this sketch and post on Instagram. Okay, I will go and check it out. I mean, honestly, the new Bugatti Divo, I really don't like it too much. To be honest, it looks to me more like I don't know, like a video game car. So we are 10 people. What time is it? 6:35. I think we're gonna start. So portfolio. We'll talk about a car design portfolio. So what does it take? Huh? What does it take to have a good design portfolio, a good car design portfolio? Okay. So first of all, I want to let you know that every time that we talk about portfolio, what Dio is over, yeah. So every time we start talking about making how to prepare a car design, transportation design portfolio, one thing very important is that you that have to prepare this, you should put yourself in my shoes or in the shoes of those that will be looking at your portfolio. This is the first thing you have to do, because if you only think about your work and you put them together, what's going to happen? It's going to happen that probably you are just in love with your work and you're not considering what the person on the other side of the table is expecting to watch and see and discover. So this is very important that you take this aspect into the account. You have to think about it. I prepare myself to go for an interview. When I go for an interview, first of all, I try to know the company. And if for example, I'm with Alfa Romeo or Renault, the two companies are very different. You know, Alfa Romeo, we are more within a very historical brand, more devoted to competition, sport, luxury sports cars. You know, has a big past and stuff. And Renault is something completely different, which has a lot more to do for, how can I say, it's a company that has a lot to do more with the architecture innovation and technological innovation, for the courage that this company had since its beginning. Therefore, the people that work inside those companies, they are designers, of course, they all are designers, they're all design managers, but they're different because their culture is different, because their philosophy is different, because their strategy is different. So every time we put together a portfolio, we should be smart enough to understand that the portfolio has to be made in a way that we can take off some work and exchange them with other works according to what is more appropriate to show in a portfolio for that company rather from the other company, for another company. Okay? So, once that I said that, I think that we can go a little bit deeper in our discussion. Once in a while, I will be reading what you are writing. How will come back after holiday? Yes, Marcin, how are you? I saw some of your pictures, your family. It was very nice. Hi, guys. For all those that didn't see Omkar, yeah. Hello, everybody. The topic tonight, this afternoon, is portfolio. Okay? We'll talk about transportation design portfolio. So this is the information for those that just arrived. So today I will not sketch. Maybe later on, but I don't think so, because we gotta talk about this to make it clear. So, and besides, I got a lot of stuff to show you. So you have interest to stick with me for a while, because we're gonna discover what I mean by talking about quality in a quality portfolio. That's very important. Okay, so let's go back. Now it is time, all right, to think that you have to put your portfolio together. But before you think about that, I want you to consider that now, right now, you are in school. I think that some of you are in school. I mean, aside of those that are just passionate or it's just a hobby, those that are students are still in school and still have time to work on their project, thinking that this project or those projects they're making might go in their portfolio. And that's the point I want you to be concentrated. So don't treat your sketch, your rendering bad simply because after when in 2, 3, 4, 5 months I will work on my portfolio, I will redo this and I will redo that, because you will not have time to redo anything. You will have really little time to redo things. So my suggestion to you is that every time you do a project, especially in the last 2 years or last year and a half of school, you always very concentrated on the quality of your work, because you want to make sure that those projects, you can just put them in your portfolio without doing extra work, because the last year and for the thesis project that you have to prepare, you need the time to be concentrated on your thesis project. You need time to use in order to complete your final project the best, because this one should be your best project. So you cannot take your time for that to reduce some old work simply because you were not careful enough or because you have been superficial. So that's why I say you are in school, take advantage of that time and just work hard, because the quality of those sketches might be useful to be used in your portfolio, in your final portfolio, or in your internship search portfolio. Okay, so now when we watch a portfolio, buongiorno Jean, I'm listening today. Ciao Charlie, welcome back. So when we talk about portfolio, we have to think something very simple. I am on the other side of the table. I don't know you. You arrive with your work, okay? And I did not open up yet your book. So what am I waiting for? Hi Leeds. Yes, captain of Milan, AC Milan soccer team. So, what am I looking for? That's the question you have to ask yourself. You have your work that you love, and I know that you do, and you are eager to show that stuff to me or to someone else. It's on the other side of the table. What do you think I am expecting on the other side of the table? So, the first question that you can ask yourself is, what is he looking for? I mean, if we are in a sports car company, of course I'm looking eventually for cars that are more sports cars than a small city car. Okay, that's a fact. But that's because that's the biggest business of that company. Oh, at the same time, maybe because if I am in a big company that makes almost all projects, maybe I am looking for projects where I can see there is a variety of projects. Okay, so for example, from the small car to a big car, family car, I don't know, maybe train, maybe something that is public, or maybe a different type of mobility system with different technology application. And that stuff can be very, very interesting for me, that I come from a wide range of projects car, like Renault, for example, which is a global company that has lots of brands with different type of car size and market targets. Okay, that of course, if you have a good variety, I'll be very interested. It's normal. So this is just a very small example to explain to you that you have to know a little bit of the company you are talking to, and you have to sort of understand, predict what the person is more or less expecting. Okay, so that you can put together a portfolio with the right projects in it, to make sure that from the first project to the last one, you talk about things that are useful to that company, that company can see a projection for tomorrow. That's the first thing. It's very important, because it's like you're starting to create a link, okay, with that company. Now, this does not mean that you will be hired, but you will start with the right foot, and that's most important. Remember, everything you do with someone else If you start well, you have good chances to end well. If you start with the wrong step, everything is complicated since the beginning. It's your credibility, I am on the other side. I am sports car company design studio, and you show a small car, and they say, okay, but did you understand I'm not at Fiat here? That, and then you insist with another, I don't know, with a motorcycle, and I still say, hey, we do sports cars, powerful cars. It's normal that I see, okay, and then, and after. Okay, so that's that aspect. Well, just a second, I read what you're writing to color sketch. I will talk about coloring. Don't worry, I will show you. I will show you. To take admission in Art Center College Design. So please tell me about level portfolio. And Raul, you're gonna see that because he have lots of stuff for you too. Okay, so we're gonna get there at the right moment. Now, portfolio, it's something that it's alive. It's not a dead thing, okay? So, portfolio, in order to make a live portfolio, and we talk about life, okay? I will make a very small example for you so that you can understand what I'm talking about, okay? So, I'm doing this, okay? Okay, so tell me, what is this? Anybody knows? We will talk about CAD and alias and stuff afterward. So you're looking at this egg. Yeah, it's an egg. Yeah, it's a heartbeat graphics, okay? This is a chart. All right. This is a chart, okay, that tells us how is the life of this person, all right? Now, when this person, imagine that this person is watching nature, okay? He's watching outside the window, all right? And then he starts listening to a very nice engine, okay, noise. And then he sees a car passing by. What's going to happen to that chart? I think it's going to happen this. What do you think? I think that this is the big change of his heartbeat chart, because we got something very important in his head. What did we do? We provoked with that car, with that experience, we provoked something that is called, wait a second, okay, it's called emotions. Emotions. That's what we provoked. That's what happens, okay? Now, because we have emotions, we understand that emotions or emotion, it's a key word that you have to keep in your head when we talk about portfolio. And this is something that you can realize, and you must realize, when you decide that it's the time now that all your projects go together, so that you start from the first project until the last project. And what's going to happen to the person watching for the first time your portfolio? It's going to have, an increase of curiosity, an increment of emotions, and therefore we imagine that if he likes also the design, okay, or the creativity, and certain details, overall, that emotions it starts here and ends up here. So what we want to do, we want to start there and we'll bring the emotion of that person up here simply with the order and the quality, of course, of every project. And that's very important for your portfolio. This is a way to create interest and to move that interest, dosing the energy to make sure that you don't start up here and then you finish coming down, which will be negative. But to make sure the best you can according to your project, and once again, with the quality of your project, that you start here and you move up there at the end of your experience. Because if you are able to do that with your projects, the person that is watching, I don't know, design director, okay, design manager, he's gonna ask you to go back on some projects to watch them again. And this means that there you cut the interest on two aspects for the person. You have the positive general aspect, the way you are, the way your portfolio is put together, general, okay? But you have also the professional aspect, which is creativity, skills, and interest in your project, which means, of course, the creative approach, the philosophical approach that we can see through your project, okay? So don't forget all this step, which is very important. It's you have to know it. You have to manage that every time. Also, when you do a presentation of your project at school, you have lots of sketches. You have some final renderings. You have a video, maybe. You have an alias mathematics virtual 3D just to move to show design stuff. Okay. So if you have all this, before you put everything up on the wall, and before you start talking, presenting your work, think about that way of moving the energy and emotions up, starting from the first sketch and ending up at the end at the last rendering or illustration. Okay? This is something we use always in communication because we have models, but we do not show the model right away. First, we have some work to show because we want to explain better, mostly with the very good images, okay? Explain to the audience why we did this and why we did that. And then let them express, of course, at the end. But it's important to show in a positive way, smiling and without talking too much, because we gotta on the oral part. It's very important that you don't overdo. Okay, don't talk too much because unless the people say, hey, "Come on, guys, we are not selling, stuff on TV for $9.99.99. This is a business. This is real business. Professional stuff. So." This is important. Now, when we prepare our project, in every project, okay, I go back with my little sketch so that I can communicate with you on something, okay? If this is a project, okay, here, let me show you, because we're gonna do this together. I see there are a lot of people coming. That's very nice. I say hello to everybody. I'm not reading because I'm thinking what I have to say, trying not to make mistakes. Hello, sir. During our school, we would have done projects in a group or two. We will talk about team project. I put it here. We'll talk about this later. It's very important for your portfolio. So thanks, Mukit, for saying that. Okay? Okay, so this is your project. All right? You have several of those. This is one project. And then we have another one. And then we have another one. So this means that in your portfolio, we have what? 10 projects? Let's say 10 projects plus miscellaneous, a sort of a collection of nice sketches of different stuff, boats, trains, bicycles, products. But I would say if you have 10 projects well done, of which the last one or the first one we will see it's your thesis project, which is more complex and more complete project, then I would say you have already a very good portfolio size. But if this is a project, how do we organize this project? So how do I prepare the project from the beginning until the end? Then I want you to think about it. Because you think, yeah, okay, in there I got my sketches. All right, let's write sketches. Right? So you have sketches. And then you will say, and then I have some illustrations. All right. So we have some illustrations. Okay? We got illustrations. Then what else? Hi, Drew. Ciao. Welcome. Just listen to us. We're talking about portfolio today. Transportation design portfolio. So, we don't have just sketches and illustrations. Okay? We have also, for example, some inspirational images. Okay? They will talk to us about market, trends, all right? Mood boards. So I will write here MB, which is mood boards, okay? That's for trends. And then someone said package, Ross. Yes, package design. Packaging, because it's very important, because packaging design, it's the architecture. And if we do a conventional package design, we can do a very nice design. It's going to be always conventional. So the objective of a design is also to move package so that we can do a new proportion, because package is mainly proportions at the beginning. So we want to do a super high car, and I'm driving standing up. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, if you want to do that, you have to show your package to prove that idea has a sense. It's something that you have to study. So we start having a lot of things in there, and then we make a model. Yeah, very nice model. So we have a model. I do a very geometric shape here. Okay. So we're gonna have a model, right? And if I have a model, of course, I will have some nice pictures of that model. So we have photos of our model, right? Photos, at least 5, 6. And then you will say, yeah, but if I have made a model and I have an alias virtual 3D, why not make some nice, beautiful virtual composition to sell the car, to make the cover of my book and stuff like that? Very good idea. So we go into virtual Photoshop images, okay? And then we do a Photoshop with a model, all right? And then we can add also film, because once you have that alias data, you can put it into another software and make a film, a virtual film. And let's make the virtual film. Okay? F. So we got the film. So you see how many things we have? Every project. That's a lot. So you understand why it's very important how we put all this in order because we must find a logic sense to explain all this. You see, we start from left to right. In the video it's the opposite, but believe me, it's from left to right because that's the reading, okay? This is the reading flow, okay? And to respect that, every presentation will start from left to right. Now, if we do that, and we have all these for every project, okay, you have to understand that you must think of some way that when I start opening up your portfolio, whether it's a real book or it's a PDF format on a screen, it's important that I have this feeling that I start from the beginning and I end up at the very end. And I don't mix all this unless I will be not well orientated to understand your message and your design. We don't want to disorientate the people, okay? So I will do just another chart, okay? Okay, so I will show you. So basically, we have to go from here, okay, to this. Gotta put order. Okay, we'll talk about that, about portfolio of pages. It needs to be a decorative one. I mean, can't be some bad sketches on last page of a notebook. No, nothing bad. Drew, nothing bad. If you put a bad sketch, you'll be killed by yourself. It's like committing suicide. I will explain to you now why. So this is an order, okay? And we start from sketches, package, and then design development, okay? Model, pictures, renderings, model. Virtual model and real model, all right? It's easy, no? I mean, I know that sounds easy, but you have to think about it because sometimes I see portfolio where the order is not correct. And I have to tell people, no, take this one, put it after, take the other image, bring it up, that one, make it, you want to avoid to do that. Because when you're confused, what happens? I don't feel like I want to go to the end of that portfolio because I already know that this person, I cannot have trust. Okay, so now let's talk about the good things and the bad things, okay, of a portfolio. And then we will go to the images. Before, where is he? Drew Sudar, okay, he asked, can be some bad sketches on last pages of a notebook? The answer is not. And I'll do something for you. Okay, so I'm trying to be very creative. To explain. So what do we have here? We have the same objects, okay, maybe in different colors. Very nice. And one is broken. And nobody cleaned it up, okay? So now, which object do you remember at first? Once you don't see anything anymore. Which is the one that you remember? Anyone? The broken one. Did you get the point, Sudar? You will be remembered always, always by the worst sketch, rendering, or design that you have done in your portfolio, and not by the best beautiful illustrations, sketches, and great sketches and work you have done on the other projects. And this is human. This is something I learned in America. You know, at the beginning I couldn't believe it because I was thinking, yeah, but come on, he made an effort. He just made a small mistake. I was wrong. This is a bad culture thing. In business is business. I have to trust you. So if I have to trust you, you have to show me stuff in which I can trust. I can have trust. And if there is something that is not convincing, even one element, before I decide for choosing you, I will wait to see other people. Because maybe over there, everything will be smooth. And in reality, it might be the opposite. That the guy that made this can be better than the guy that made that. Okay, but sorry, too late, it doesn't count. What it counts is that moment. You have only that train. You get that train, the train goes slower. You have to understand how to jump on that train without blasting yourself. This is the principle. And during an interview, a job interview is the same thing. You gotta be there, and you don't want to do something that is like that. No, cannot accept that. Okay? We rather think that everything looks like this. Good order, everything is nice and clean, all right? And maybe a project is not an excellent project, but it will be sufficient enough, okay, to be a project that deserves to be seen, okay, and maybe criticized. Let me see what you're writing. This chat has been really helpful to me, sir. Okay, I'm very glad, but stick with us because I still have other things to do, to tell you, and mostly to show you. Inspiration in our project, how to use inspiration in our portfolio. Okay, Pratyush, that's exactly what we were talking before, what we were talking about before. But now we'll show you some work that I selected online, okay, on Google, mainly from simcom.com, which is a very good, excellent website taken and owned by a famous car design in Porsche. Okay, very good one. Okay, so now that we talked about that, I want to tell you also another thing about teamwork. Teamwork. Some of you ask me teamwork. Sir, we do teamwork projects like in Italy, and I know also in India, but mainly this is happening in Italy, also in some French school. And basically what happens? You have in Italy in one school you have a lot of people all together on one project. Okay, you might think, but that's very nice because that's a teamwork, like at work. Yeah, but at work, teamwork is done not with 20 people. It's done with 3 people, maybe 4 people, maxi. There is a manager, someone like me. There is a director, someone like my boss. I manage the project. I work with them, okay, together. You have 2 designers, exterior and interior, and then you have one that works on the model by hand, and then you have another one that makes the alias, okay? So with using alias software makes the 3 virtual model, okay? And then I have another team on the other side that is just a mirror of this designer team, okay, which is a technical one. People make the package, management in engineering, okay, interior, people that work on interior or software or electronics, whatever. People that work on exterior mechanism, like how I open the door, ergonomy, and I am in between those two teams. So when in school you have a team with 20 people or 15 people or 10 students all together, the first question I ask myself is, who is the designer? Who is it? Who is the designer? Because the real thing is, I'm sorry, but that's a reality, okay? Wait, I'm coming with another new chart graphics from Luciano. So, just between us, who the fuck did what? Because that's what I don't know. I have 15 people coming with the same portfolio, with the same project, with the same images, with the same sketches. So I don't know who did what. Yes, I am back. I had a phone call. I'm sorry. I am with my telephone. Okay. So what I suggest you to do is this. Okay? You have your portfolio, okay? And you have 10 portfolios of 10 people that work on the same project. Very good. I like the fact, after I don't know how 10 people can work all together with one design, exterior and interior. To be honest, for me it's difficult to understand. I worked in a team at the Art Center, okay, in Pasadena. We were 5 people. But one was doing the interior design. Another one was doing everything was car seating, okay, all the seating and the cluster, okay, the electronics of the car. One was doing the exterior design, okay, and the 2 other people were working on the tape drawing, technical aspects, and also gave a hand on the model. And of course, everybody participated in the model. So we really separated the responsibilities because it was the best way to show the best of each one given for that project. And then there is another thing very important. Everyone made their own sketches. Everyone made their own design and renderings. We all did. Someone made it looking better, some others a little bit less because the level was not the same, but we had basically the same design, and each one wanted to make that sketch also to show their own idea about the same concept. So if you go and check my work of that team project, which was the last year of project, you're gonna see that that one is very different from my Japanese classmate that was in my same team. And similar design philosophy, but different creative approach. So our portfolios were different. And today, this is what I am not looking. I have a hard time to find those projects that are treated differently, even if they are made in a team. So my advice is the following one. Each one of you that is working currently or that will work tomorrow, right, next year, on a teamwork, don't ever forget that you can show the model, the pictures, the rendering, you can show a beginning of teamwork, but after you have to tell to the person that is watching your portfolio, this is my work, this is my interpretation, so that I know that that's your work. And then you don't waste a project. Because sometimes in the past, some portfolios that came from Italy and arrived on my desk, they had one project, this one, that for me equal 0. I don't care. I was looking at the other projects because I knew those projects were of that person, but on the other one I had my doubts. You know, especially when you send your work via email or on a website without explanation, without you being there. I mean, come on. How can you imagine I understand everything in my head without being with you? I was not in school with you. I don't know how things went, you know. Okay, so now that we said that, here comes the moment I can show you some quality stuff to understand what I mean by saying quality. And this is important for any design school, from Art Center, CCS, Pforzheim, which are very, very exigent schools, and I agree, they must be like that. I wish every school were like that. To the other schools, okay, like the one that are in Italy, Istituto Europeo di Design, or IAAD, the two schools from Torino, or SPD, where you can make a master in Milano, Strat College University in Paris, or Strat in India, okay? I know that there is another school in India that is changing property, and so they are in a transition period where it's XDSK, that today I think it's going to be called Rubica only, like in France. And also NID, okay, that has a very good industrial design department in India, and MIT, and also other schools like the one in San Francisco, the one in China, which are universities, and Tokyo, Korea, like CJETs. There are other countries like Umea University in Sweden. Now, there's one more thing I will tell you, and I tell you again: those that are doing engineering, you cannot pretend to become car designer just by making 1 year of master, okay? You can't. Unless you sketch cars every day the way I say it, okay, or the way my colleagues that makes beautiful and better work than me online become your reference, all right? So they're the good ones, and you can do as those ones or even better, all right? Because that's your aim, that's your goal. And if you do this every day, even if you are working as an engineering student, maybe it's true you can take a master of 2 years, because 1 year is a preparatory testing year. And if this year goes well, then you can do the second one, which will be the definitive one, you know, the one that will give you the diploma of the master title. Okay, so now let's back and let's talk about sketching, all right? So this is a very beautiful image, because as you can see, beautiful cars, okay, start by hand. They start with a sketch, with a freehand sketch. And this is something that you must keep in your head. And this is a very nice quality. Line quality is there, proportion is there, okay? This is at the beginning of the sketch, so we don't have the shading, all the stuff that we do together. Someone, if you talk about concept, what do you expect from us? It's innovation in depth, okay. Concept, it's something that must be very creative, okay? You cannot make a you cannot make a portfolio with conventional design or restyling. So restyling, forget it, because if you do a restyling, you will be killed by yourself again, even if I will never tell you because of being polite. But it's normal that I don't care restyling. So you got to do something new. You cannot do something that I am already doing with my team at work or other people's team. We want to see new stuff. So that's mainly creativity. So I think that I'm answering. And of course, technology, hybrid cars, autonomous driving, new systems for new mobility, okay, adventures. Why not in town, outside the town, in the sky, whatever. Give us scenarios. Make us dream, but also give us the opportunity to have trust in your creativity and your professional attitude. And the professional attitude comes first from your sketches. So now that I showed you a real hand sketching and not just Photoshop, okay, here we go with other quality sketches, okay. I read also what you're writing. Sir, more question about the group project. Sometimes the key sketches will be, but we put those in the portfolio by giving credits. Yeah, you can give credits, but it's you can put only one to give credits. You are not doing publicity to someone that is your, is your competitor. But you have to put yours. That's the most important, because you want to show that yours are better than the ones that were chosen eventually, or that your sketches improved what was chosen. All right? Okay, so look at this quality. Nice, very nice. Freehand sketch. Yes, you will see all sort of sketches. I have a lot of stuff that I printed for you. So stick with me. Don't go away. We have no publicity here. Don't worry. No zapping. And then we have another one. This is early sketches. Beautiful. Nice proportions. Very simple. Look, very simple. Not too many details. Anybody sees door handles? No. Yeah, there is a rear view mirror. I know, because on sports cars, sometimes give it effect that the car is wider. Yeah, Victor, I know him. And then, look at this one. So I repeat, for you, for those that want to go and check for really high quality work, you can go to simcom with a K.com. Okay, I am sure some of you already know this website. It makes really nice collection of renderings, sketches, analogic and digital. So this is very nice. And what I love here is the composition. Look, focal point is here. Then you see this one, detail on the back, beautiful perspective. It's correct. And then two small ones there that makes like a background. That's nice. That's smart. It's very dynamic. This one is coming in, but this one is giving the direction. And one is going the other way, this one, you see? So there is a very good balance on this page. And this is the quality work I'm talking about. You must think like that too. For your work, for your portfolio. Okay? Now we go on to something completely different. Look at this one. It's beautiful to get lost into that. Look how many details. Yeah, I know, that's product design, but why not? It's very interesting the way you're using the color to create a contrast, and also the focal point, because your eyes go here right away, because here you have the real project. This is just accessory. You see? Big, smaller. You see? Low density, high density. All this, it's thought in the brain. It's not very casual, but it's very nice, very professional, and makes me feeling good, in a good mood. I really want to lose 3, 4, 5 minutes of my time to look all those details. Okay, so now I'll show you another one. Let's imagine something that is a little bit more reason, okay? I sketch knowing that I'm making a nice composition. It's still a sketch, but it's a composition. Look at this one. Nice. Look how dynamic is that composition. You see, the car is slightly tilted, the plane, and this line here and this one here, it looks like, and this line here looks like there is an explosion. Very dynamic. Tarun, for a design college, you need an entry portfolio. Not something like this, of course, because you are not a student yet. But for sure you have some sketches, because if you have a passion for car design, I'm sure that you are sketching, right? I hope. So, if you are sketching, bring all your sketches. It's entry portfolio. It's just to show them that you have passion and that you want to learn. Got the point? Okay. Now, talking always about composition, check this one. Completely different attitude, but beautiful. Yeah, the one before, yes, it was from Audi, yes. All right, Tarun. And you see, it's interesting how the different design approach, the different culture, I would say, different technique. This one is a little bit cartoony, more like an architectural illustrator. And look at this, completely different. This is more like a transportation designer, to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. Look, but both of them are beautiful, but beautiful. Okay, so let's go on and look at this one. Ooh, cool. Nice. Nice backgrounds. Look, two different backgrounds. The upper car is more cartoony, but it's nice. It looks nice. The car is not cartoony, but the background has this artistic element here, very nice, with the clouds and stuff. That's very cool. And here it's more what I do when I do my sketches with you. It's a nice shading, dark, light, create a focal point, okay? Contrast, very horizontal because the car is very high, very massive, okay? And now another one. Often we talk about composition, okay? I also say, don't forget to make a nice composition between your sketches, because one car per page, it's boring. After 2-3 times, it's boring. So we had to make a variation. And here you have a very nice example, of a page that is filled up with nice sketches, very simple sketches. Mainly those are just line work, nice proportion, nice perspective. You can see some are small, some are big, some are more defined, like this one, and the others are a little bit lighter because there is a first reading, those two, and a second reading, which is the one in the back. It's almost like a live background. How can I say? Okay. Sudar, Drum, in your case, I'm reading what you wrote. What you have to do, you put your portfolio, because you have a lot of work. So put them together and send it to the school and see what they say. That's the best thing you have to do. And do it fast. Hi, Michelangelo. Now I'm going to show you something that is it's a monster of creativity and a monster of artistic level, okay? So be seated because you risk to faint down. You ready? Are you getting lost? Because the first time I got lost. I want you to sketch like that. So he asked me for quality, and that's what I show you. I went to search for this type of work because here you see really very high level. Okay, you can imagine. I take this guy in a design studio. He knows how to sketch a car. He knows three-dimensional volumes. He can work in a team. It's very good. Okay, now that we saw this one, thank you. It's you can find this work on simcom.com, of course, the same website where I found all this beautiful collection. And Ross, to be honest, I don't know. It looks like I would say that could be Pforzheim also, or could be also CCS. But I would say between Art Center and Pforzheim. Now I show you another one that you probably already saw around, okay, which is this one, which is beautiful. And you all know this car, no? The concept of a couple of years ago from BMW. So this is one of the original sketches that were done, and those are beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And here you see the story, you see? The presentation of the car, it's here. Then you move up because you are tied up visually by the background that brings your eyes up here so you can see the detailing, the dynamic of the car, the dynamism. And then after that, those two, you start seeing all the rest, you see? Which is background, detailing, design details, ideation, which is beautiful. Yeah, it's the M1. M1, yes. I said in French, sorry. Okay, and now another one, which is still a different style, okay? We have different styles today, a lot of different styles. This one made by Flavio Manzoni, actual design VP at Ferrari. I am sure you already saw this, okay? But why do I like it? Because of its simplicity, perfect proportions, just few well done shades, which is glass and the shadow, and few lines that show the sections, okay? And we can almost feel the car, even though here we have only few lines. Okie doke. By the way, if you write Flavio Manzoni sketches or illustrations, you will find beautiful stuff from him for Ferrari and also where he worked before. Then there is another thing that you can do, and basically it's what I do using my hands and getting dirty with chalks and pastels, something like that. This is very nice. You see? This is with pastel. Very simple. Focal point here. Nice perspective. Light background. You see, tall horizontal background. The same things we talk about when we do our sketching section together. Few highlights in the center, where is our focal point, and we can almost feel that bus coming inside our home via through the display of your computer or telephone. Very simple, very simple. Then we have the Photoshop interior detailing, very nice. Okay, those sketches like this are used just to show extra design features. Okay, so this is not a rendering. This is just a work in progress, good level color sketch. Right? And then you ready something dirty, quick and dirty, which is magnific. And I think this is from Forsyth or from Russian design school. I'm not sure. Wait. Ah no, this is Akos. This guy has been my student. He was in a team that worked for a remote project in Bratislava University. So I know him very well. Akos. I love it. Beautiful. Okay, this is old, okay? So today, I could say that this is a nice illustration, but not a good design. But back then, it was very interesting. Okay, so far so good. We watched together some nice stuff, which are basically sketching techniques, sketches, samples, made of very, very good quality. And once this video will be recorded on the channel, I suggest you to rewatch it again, because you can go through all the quality and different techniques to understand why those are all excellent portfolio samples for a beginning of a project. Now let's go into the final part of a project where we have colors, a better sophistication of, I would say, digital art, and some nice scenarios to sell really well your project. Okay? Design engineer is not maker design or not. So which design engineer is not? Anil, there are a lot of people that are doing engineering. They come to Italy. They make their master and they do not work as a car designers because still do not have this quality. Not even close. So I tell you this with honesty because we still did not hire one of those students that come from engineering and go to make a master in car design, because they arrive with their portfolios, but we don't take them. Not yet, at least. Yeah, the silver are also very beautiful. So, you ready? Now let's move on with hot stuff. There you go. That's the first one. Beautiful. Do you like it? This is beautiful. Of course, we can do this with Photoshop. We can cut it up, paste it up. But can you imagine this printed 1 meter high, 2.5 meter length? This could be a beautiful big board for your presentation at school, or for your digital presentation of your portfolio. That's a good example. Okay? Yeah, I guess it's Svarup. No, Davis Lee. The guy is Davis Lee. It's written here. I guess he's a Korean guy. And now let's move on with some details. Photoshop. So when people ask me, I want to do Photoshop. Yeah, Photoshop is good. It's good. But if you want to do that, like that, not the Photoshop that I see around. Because to put a bad Photoshop in your portfolio, it's exactly like putting some bad things that after will be the only thing for which you will be remembered. And you do not want to do that. Okay. Now, another one. This is an illustration, okay? I think this comes from Forsyth. Beautiful. So, let's analyze together why this is beautiful. Strong light. Very dark. So, big contrast. The light, it's coming in the contrast area. He creates this very big focal point here. This is like smashing in your face. Very dynamic. Small wheel, big wheel, direction. This is vertical so that we can see well, the outline here. So when you see all this, you understand that there is a very interesting illustration composition on page. That's important for you. You have to think, how do you put in value, how do you add value to your work? How do you select the best perspective for a certain type of illustration? So this is an example. And now I'll show you another example of the same thing, which is completely different. And you will love it anyway. So different style, completely. You ready? There you go. Look. I love this because it's going over the border. You see? Look here. Is that powerful? Very powerful. Very powerful. It's like the car is coming out of the page. It's coming off. And this is a very smart thing, very dynamic, very emotional. We were talking about emotions. Those are the things that at the end of a project or during a project bring a lot of emotions. And that's what you want to capture. Here we have a cool light, warm light. You remember I often speak about warm and cool. You have it here. Here it's a little bit the sun shade, okay? Just a little bit. But here it's all cold because this part, you see, it's like the sun is on the other side. So here it's really the moon on the other side. It's very cold, beautiful. And you can see that also the red here, it's more orange, and this red here, it's more magenta. Because this red, it's warm, so there is orange, yellow. Here it's cold, so there is magenta, which is a cold, comes from violet. Hi Vatsal, I'm fine, thanks. I'm talking since 33 minutes. Welcome back. Can we become our own designers at design work? To become a car designer, you need a diploma, okay, from university or art college that you studied design, industrial design or transportation design. And to become a car designer, you must have this, okay? This is mine from Art Center, which is my bachelor, okay? Generally, it's a bachelor in human science in the field of transportation design or in the field of design. You cannot come from engineering or from another, lawyer, and then you sketch well and you say, I want to become a car designer. Nobody will take you. Okay, so now I will show you a beautiful product, because also in product sketches and artwork and illustration, there are some really beautiful stuff like this one. Nice. One page tells everything about the project. You see? It's very interesting the fact that it's written here. Explanation. Now you have to imagine this stuff huge, okay? Big printing. Not small like I did here for my video with you. But look at the detailing. Forget mathematics. Unless you want to become a professor of mathematics. We sketch, work with our hands, drawing. Okay, So now be careful because I'm gonna show you something really nice. Ah, I forgot one. That's this is still for the sketches, okay? Very beautiful too. I want to show you. Different technique. This one is from Strat College, I think. Ready? There we go. The very excellent designers at Audi Volkswagen Group. They have a war machine team. All right? Beautiful stuff. For an engineer, it's very tough. Very, very tough. No, Aditya Mund, that's what I'm saying since a couple of years. Because people from engineering that go, people from engineering that go to master in car design, they will never sketch this way if they did not have 3 years of bachelor in car design. It's normal. Car design, because it's about art, talent, it's one of the most competitive and also complicated job to access. Put this in your head. It's not easy to be a car designer, to work in a car design studio. Wait a second, I read. Yeah, the alias underlay, I think so too, Ross. What's nice is the technique. Powerful reply to my, by the way, I'm alongside with biology. Biology is very nice if you like women, but if you talk about transportation design, I don't know why you're doing biology. Okay, but anyway, it's your business. I told you with the truth what I thought. Now, look at this one. Do you like this one? Beautiful stuff. One. So I have a few more boards to show. Perspective, fantastic. Fantastic perspective. Hey, Mr. Bove. Hi, Dev. I just wanted to know what percentage of candidates finally get employed becomes out of college. This you have to ask college, not to me. I don't work in a college. I can tell you that when I was working in college as a prof as a teacher, or when I was managing, on a class of 25 people or 22, three are the people that get a job right away. 3 others will get it in the next 6 months. 5 others probably will go into product design or something less important, and 5 or 6 others probably will remain without a job. Talking about creativity. You see, nice concept. You see, you don't need necessarily 4 wheels to be creative in car design, in transportation design. You see? Nice work. And the most important thing here is that here we have a vision of tomorrow's life. So that's creativity really pushed very hard. And this is an answer to those that asked for me about creativity. Beautiful interior, Photoshop style, simple, very German, very effective, very good. Need is good, yeah. So what else do they want creative for? Mayank, how old are you? Okay, make artist. If you think that you can do it, no problem. Make your portfolio very simple. If you think that you do have that this talent, you know how to do it, just make your portfolio. Just send it. No big problem. Details. Nice. Yeah, Marsing. Bauhaus still very strong in Germany. I don't like it too much. I find it too harsh. And now let's talk about illustration. Really digital art. Okay, you ready? There you go. Look. Warm, cool light, big subject, dramatic, drama, composition, focal point, vibration, emotions. Done by a Russian guy, I think. I forgot his name. What is it written here? No. Yeah, but he's very famous in internet. If you go and look, you do digital art, car design, you will find on Google his stuff. And what to say about this one? So beautiful. Many times we saw this on Google. I mean, I saw around, in some websites. Beautiful. Look at that proportion. Look at how the warm and cool. We are even the sky on the red that becomes almost violet. And yet you can see there is some orange, some yellow in this red. You see, the surface is turning. Front, the sun, top, the cold sky. So different tones. Very simple background, very simple. Just a very simple outline. Nice design too, by the way. Another beautiful side view. I love it. Very elegant. And the color choice, this warm background here, this beige, this cappuccino style color, and the cold bluish gray, those two together are magnific, beautiful. Yeah, Vadim Guzmanov. Yes, Ross. Thank you, man. Thanks. I was not sure. Okay, next time next week I will sketch with you and we will work on the reflectors and lights, okay? And reflections, don't worry. Then you know what? I have another thing very interesting. Look, do you like to do some products and with the 3 drawings present the features of your product? That's a nice composition on page. Look, nice. The watercolor pencils, I don't like it. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't. I think that, I don't know, basically maybe because I don't know how to use them, but I think that we don't have to mix too much painting, artistic painting with the sketches or coloring car sketches. And then look what I show you. This is beautiful. We have a nice train, okay? You see? Beautiful. I think that's Photoshop. So that's a nice, I think, quick sketch, color sketch. And then look the explanation. You see? Nice. I can judge this project just by watching those two. Very beautiful done, beautiful colors, beautiful composition. Everything looks so nice. The design looks nice. And now I am curious inside and I have also the detailing. So what else to ask? Nothing. The only thing I can say, I like it or I don't like it. But I had to say that the design is good. Okay, two more. This one, it's a sketch from Stéphane Maillard, who is a French designer that today is head of one of the interior design team in Renault. Okay, so he's a colleague of mine, very nice guy. Very good designer. Look how nice. Detailing. Beautiful. This is something that you have to think about, because that's about your creativity too. How you will treat surfaces, tomorrow's surfaces, future surfaces, technology, and what color contrast, what feeling do you want to give? And the last one is scenarios, tomorrow's land, we don't know. But this is, I guess, something that brings people somewhere. Talking about creativity, okay? So, this is a very interesting also the background, as you can see. There is a sort of a town. There's this big halo of light that we don't know what's going on, but something weird or strange is happening. Okay? A little bit like those Sid Mead beautiful illustrations. And with this one, we arrived at the end of this video with you today. So I hope that you have a better idea of what it means and what it takes to put a portfolio together in order to make less mistakes possible. Now, if you go on hubpages.com, you can find my articles. If several articles are about portfolios and mistakes not to make. Okay? Also about presentation, oral presentations. So if you want, you can go and check those articles. You can type on Google, Luciano Bove, how to make a portfolio, how to present your project. If you use those keywords, you will find my articles. And you can keep on going in listening and reading other stuff that I wrote in the past, which are still very actual. You can go back on this video once it's, of course, it is done. And I hope that you will get a strong help from this video for you, for yourself, for your future, for your projects, for your portfolio, because a portfolio opens the doors to your future if you do it well. All right? Thank you very much. Ciao. And see you next Monday, 6:30 same time here on this channel. Bye. Ciao. Grazie. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Share this video. Share this video. We need to have more people following us. Bye.